late game execution.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
And what possibly could be my second to last video on this channel, I had to, just thinking about it hurts my head right now. This whole ring culture debate or talk that's been going on for this whole entire week, it's really starting to fry my brain. It's just a whole bunch of hooga sako, hooga hako, hooga haka, hooga baba, booba baba to me. Like I said before, when this whole story first came out, when LeBron talked about ring culture and how toxic it is, it's a way for LeBron to diminish the ring culture so he doesn't feel lesser than, because he knows he's opened his big fat mouth plenty of times in the past. Not one, not two, not three, not four, when he was on Miami, and then he won that series against Golden State. And shortly after that, he said he called himself the GOAT. And now it kind of has backfired on him because he probably never catch Kobe or Jordan in rings. And now he's trying to diminish the whole art of winning. Lots of people have come out and said this about him. How stupid it is for him to say that. Shoot, even football players like his old boys, Shannon Sharpe and Ryan Clark came out and said how stupid that was for him to say that, because the point of winning, playing the sport is to win at all. Not just for individual stats, but to win at all. And I think LeBron kind of, shot himself in the foot with that one, because now, if he didn't have 4 rings, he'd be lesser on the totem pole than what he is now, that most people put him at. But in my eyes, being as real as I come when it comes to LeBron, shoot, even if he has 4 rings, I still don't put him in the top 20 no more. I barely want to put him in the top 30, but that's where he most likely is at for me. This whole top 5, top 2 crap is a bunch of garbage to me. But another thing that's starting to bother me a lot outside of the ring culture kind of ties into this. Shout out to 2-Row, because he made 2-3 videos about this now. It's this whole demeaning Kobe Bryant's career. It's like, what you guys really, all you talking heads, Gilbert Arenas, stupid ass, other players. I don't want to count T-Mac in that position, because T-Mac, I think at least for me, from my point of view, I learned at the end of Kobe Bryant's life that those two were close, so I can't say T-Mac. I think part of that panel that was talked about, what I'm about to say, about Kobe Bryant being compared to Scottie Pippen, I think T-Mac, Gilbert Arenas, not Shannon Sharpe, Stephen A. Smith, I think it might have been Jay Williams. I can't do that to T-Mac. I can't. Because at one point in time, T-Mac, I do remember this, maybe from my point of view, when I saw it, I know it was, at the time, Kobe, maybe Vince Carter, and maybe T-Mac in the last spot was kind of being compared to Michael Jordan. I think around 2000s, around 2000, Vince Carter winning the dunk contest and all of that, and him getting the name called Air Canada. I think he was being compared to Jordan as far as, dunking and all that stuff. But I think they was trying to make him the next Jordan, trying to make him the next face of the league. I do remember that clearly. And I don't think Kobe was an athlete though, but I don't think they put Kobe in that area. But after he won 3 rings, they started doing it more often. I do remember that. I'm not just saying that because 2 Raw said it. I do remember that. I remember that. It's clear as day. But this whole Scottie Pippen thing, him being compared to Scottie Pippen, no. No, not at the time. You would be laughed out the barbershop if you compare Kobe Bryant in 2003, 2002 to Scottie Pippen. But as the years went on, up until now, yeah, they are trying to do that to Kobe Bryant. The stands always trying to make Kobe Bryant seem like the sidekick during those 3-peat years. And you look at Kobe Bryant's stats in the regular season and even in the finals and playoffs, they were phenomenal. Those were his stats during those runs were almost like the leading star of the team, superstar of the team. They always wanted to say Shaq was Batman, Kobe was Robin. No. You look at the stats, that's like Shaq was Superman and Kobe was Batman. There was no sidekickness going on here. It took the development and rise of Kobe Bryant for Shaq to even get the rings that he got. Because before Shaq even was teamed up with Kobe, he ain't get nothing. He ain't got nothing. You know, he did have Penny Hardaway, but Penny Hardaway was great. And it's unfortunate that the injuries happened to him. But I think Kobe Bryant is one step away, step above Penny Hardaway. Sorry, it's just the way it is. And all this, all this is about, in the end, in the big picture of this whole debate, or at least for Kobe Bryant being compared to Scottie Pippen, this is Gilbert Arenas' way of diminishing, and also the media's way is diminishing Kobe Bryant, because he ain't here no more. Because none of these people will be saying that if Kobe Bryant was still here on this earth. They wouldn't be running their mouths the way they are. They'll be quiet as a church mouse about it. Because Kobe would have checked them. Like he did with ESPN shortly after he retired. I think it was the year before he retired. When they tried to put him out of the top 50 or something like that, he checked them. They didn't like that. Grown men in the building, the kids are quiet. That's what it would have been like. So this whole saying he's Scottie Pippen, Kobe compared to Scottie Pippen, is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Somebody who averaged 35 points per game for 1 year is on Scottie Pippen's level. Come on now. We gotta be smart here. We gotta be smart. You put Scottie Pippen on the Lakers with Paul Gasol during that time, you think Scottie Pippen was going to lead the Lakers to win 2 championships back to back? I don't think so. Scottie Pippen was not a scorer like that. See, this whole trying to take Kobe Bryant out of the top 10, trying to say he's not in the GOAT conversation, all this other garbage these freaking idiots be saying out here is completely egregious and blasphemous to the sport of basketball. Kobe was that dude. And I've probably said this plenty of times before. In my youth, I was not the biggest Kobe Bryant fan. Matter of fact, I hated this man as a basketball player. Not simply because I thought he sucked at anything. I think saying he sucked was... if I say Kobe Bryant sucked during the time 2000s, 2010s, you can be slapped in the face by my own daddy for saying that. I just didn't like him because he just found ways. He wanted to win so badly. He wanted to beat you so badly. And I hated the Lakers. I didn't like the Lakers like that. But I do say this. I will say this. The only time I cheered for the Lakers when they played the Pacers in 2000, because some of you guys might don't know right now, or probably don't know, I hate the Pacers to death. It ain't just this version of the Pacers in the finals right now. I hate the Pacers since the 90s. But as during the years, as I got older, of course, Kobe got older, of course, I started to respect Kobe as a basketball player and started to see him in a new light as he got closer to retirement. You know, I respected his grind of coming back at the age he was when he tore that Achilles to come back. You hear him talk, his motivation talk, with the time and work ethic he put into basketball. I admired that and started respecting him towards the end of his career and even after the end of his career. And it was a shock to me. I think it was a shock to everybody when he passed away, of course. But when he passed away, that, I ain't gonna lie, that crap hurt me to death. Because that's like a basketball icon that everyone looked up to. It's gone. And you don't expect somebody as famous as him to go away like that at that age, the way he went out. So that's why whenever these idiots come on here and talk this crap about Kobe, I gotta defend it. Because first of all, he ain't here to defend it. And so I gotta do my part, had to do my part in defending his legacy, because I did watch his career in its entirety. So you know, these people ain't just gonna sit up in here, especially the stands and clutch sports, they're not gonna just sit up in here and tell me any different when I'm sitting right there watching his whole damn career. We all watched Laker games because it was always on ABC, NBC, ESPN during his career. So we're not going to just sit here and act like Kobe was not great and diminish his career. So, Gilbert Arenas, people like Gilbert Arenas and Stephen A. Smith, they're absolute fools, idiots to me. Garbage to me when it comes to sports talk. They don't know nothing. And it's a shame that Gilbert Arenas is talking all this when he lived it too. But it comes down to probably some type of jealousy that Gilbert Arenas is not, well, in his brain, he probably thought he was held to something higher when it comes to the NBA history. He wasn't. He could have been, but he wasn't. He ruined his own damn career by being stupid with the whole incident in the locker room when he was with the Wizards. That was his own fault, his own stupidity that continues to keep plaguing him to this day, because he's an immature grown-ass man, 43-year-old grown-ass man that never learned anything yet. So you can be 43 years old and still haven't grown up yet. I saw Kobe back when he was younger, 18, 19, 20, when he was early 20s. I thought he was cocky. I wouldn't say too much immature, but very cocky. But like I said, as the years passed, you got to see him age and mature. Speak articulate. Outside of playing basketball, when he's playing basketball, in the midst of playing basketball on the court, and you see those practices, yeah, that's a different story. But he know how to turn it. He know how to go from cursing somebody out to speaking articulate and speaking knowledge. Gilbert Arenas never did that. And the sad part about it is, I used to be a bigger fan of Gilbert Arenas when I was younger than Kobe. But Gilbert Arenas showed his ass 3 years later. The reason why I say 3 years later, because that's 2009 when he got caught, did what he did in the locker room. And I think 2006, 2005 might have been his peak in his career, because that's when he was putting up 62 against the Lakers, putting up huge numbers. And just 3 years later, he just shot it all down before he even turned 30. But anyway, this whole, like I said, all this is what Gilbert Arenas is talking about, trying to compare Kobe Bryant to Scottie Pippen being a sidekick. This is all to diminish Kobe's career, and they're going to keep on trying. Even after I finally say goodbye to this channel, they're going to keep on doing it. Hopefully, there'll be others out there that will continue to keep the legacy alive of Kobe Bryant. But anyways, that's all I got to say about the issue. This whole thing is just nauseating to me.